So I read a statistic this morning that, and I'm reading this right now, 52% of women and 46% of men report regret after an impulse purchase. For social media-driven impulse purchases, 68% of people regret at least one of them. Now, I'm not sure why that doesn't add up to 100%, but for the 98%, they regret their impulse purchases. So, for today, I want to talk about impulse buying and impulse purchases, especially with the holidays coming up. Everybody's spending a lot of money on gifts and presents and all that jazz. So, is it all right to just pull the trigger on a big item, or should you sit on it for a few days? Think about it. What's the play there?
Well, I just realized why they don't add up to 100% while you were talking.
Why?
Because it was a percentage of females and a percentage of males, not a percentage of a large group of 100. This was 100 separate items here. They don't have to add up to 100.
That makes a lot.
So prior to this, we had a discussion about this, and neither of us picked it up till this moment here. So we are high-level intellectuals here. Now,
thank you for that.
You're welcome, man. I'm sorry. He obviously knew what was going on. I missed the whole thing. But
I knew. I just didn't want to tell him.
Yeah, it's very much a test back and forth. All right, so I think the impulse depends on a couple key factors.
Okay.
One, is the gift for me? If the answer is yes, absolutely whip out the credit card and the backup card. Also, apply for an extra store card.
Oh my God.
Just to get me a gift. That's priority numero uno. Separately.
I just want to clarify for the audience watching this. Are you talking about you specifically,
me personally,
or you as the consumer?
No, me personally. If you're buying me a gift, then 100%.
He's not saying just buy yourself whatever you want.
Right. Yeah, we're going to ignore credit here for the moment, you know. Your credit limit isn't how much you should spend on day one. That's not how this goes here. No. But impulse purchases, the regret numbers, though, that actually seems a little bit low to me.
Really?
If I was going to say how many people have done a regretful purchase, I would have guessed it's been in the 70s to 80s, gender regardless.
Well,
now that I'm saying that, I'm trying to think of a purchase that I've regretted in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because there's another aspect to this of people who regret their decision after they spend a very large amount of time researching and studying and thinking and whatever, that they equally as much regret their purchase after making it, even though they spent so much time thinking about it ahead of time. I wonder what the statistic is on that. Should I pull it up?
No, because that's going to take us down a rabbit hole of gathering information, and honestly, we know more than that. So,
fair enough.
But this whole impulse thing, that is a really good, especially this time of year. It is so easy because it's cloaked in love. And oh my gosh, Jim would love this.
Yep.
Jim always has a item in this video here. So one day we're going to meet Jim.
One day.
Yeah.
Not today.
No.
But one day.
But since it's cloaked in love, we all just kind of brush it under the rug. Whether it's, yes, I really wanted to get my wife that item. Oh, really want to get my husband that item. Oh, the kids, they'd love it, especially if the kids are like tiny.
Yep.
Then it's nothing but emotion.
Yep.
There's no logic here. I think.
Yeah. You could definitely go down a whole nother rabbit trail of the marketing that goes into, all of that holiday spending. But I think for today, the question is, you're at the store, okay, and you're already Christmas shopping, okay?
I'm always Christmas shopping.
Oh, boy. And you see an item that's maybe for you, maybe it's for somebody else, and it's definitely high up on that price tag. But for whatever reasons, you really want it or somebody else really wants it. Is it okay? You see it, you're like, that seems, I want that. Somebody wants it. It seems to be a decent deal, whatever. Do you just go ahead and grab it? Or do you wait and think about it? Especially when those items are a little bit on the pricier side.
I think there's a tiered item on this to go off of.
Okay.
So, one, you probably shouldn't go to a store without some idea of what you want or without having a budget. General rule.
I don't think anybody goes Christmas shopping on a budget.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm that
Aside
person.
from you.
Yes. Thank you. It has saved me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Besides the point. I think, so let's assume you're going to do it.
Okay.
I think this is now a stop the bleeding situation. So for instance, there's the how are you going to pay for it? Are you a cash person?
Probably not. Most people aren't today.
Right. So this comes down to which card are you pulling out?
Yep.
If you pull out the debit card, I'm gonna say, you know what? It's a decision. Fine, whatever. You pull out the credit card, I think it's gonna be a bad decision.
Gotcha.
Because if you have the cash to pay for it, I'm like it's just not like maybe the most optimum, but you're not going into like debt for it.
Right.
You're still going to eat tonight. It's not going to be a massive long-term problem. You put that on a credit card. Some of us are getting some nice bonuses on that, but that's not what I'm going for. So I think that's kind of my item there. Don't use you make the purchase on your phone even instead of at the store, and it says right on there, pay in 4, easy weekly or bi-weekly payments. No, please. No.
Yep. Don't use that.
No, I say that if you're going to give it into an impulse, do it with cash you have, cash or debit, not credit. Personally.
Okay. Well, so the reason I asked this is I was in a situation earlier this week, and I came across an item that I've been looking for, whatever, for a while. Just kind of been in the back of my mind, and I was like, somebody has this offer, seems to be a decent deal for what they're offering. I was like, should I go ahead and get it or should I not?
Okay.
Personally, I chose to wait, thought it over for a couple days, and then made my decision. Now, I ended up getting the item because I felt like it was a good option. But then I'm wondering, well, I wasted that trip or two back into town. I could have just got it the first time. If you already know what you're looking for, or even if you don't, but you see something and you feel like it's a good deal, and for this topic's discussion, say you're using cash or debit card, whatever, you're not going into debt to buy it. Is it okay to just buy it on the spot without thinking about it?
I say have a rule. And the rule is what dollar figure makes me wait 24 hours.
I like that.
And for that rule, that's it for everybody. Some people, it's $20 because they're not responsible.
I could spend a quarter.
But for a lot of people, it's 50, 100, 200, 500, or it might be, the number might be, what is my spouse not going to be upset about?
Yeah.
That's the line.
Yep.
But I think if you have that rule and you stick to it, it's fun to go look at, if I go to the Apple store, there's a couple Apple products I'd love to have, especially when I'm there.
Yep.
And the marketing's phenomenal.
Because you go there, for a new case or a new charger, but then they've got a set of AirPods there that, maybe they're running a deal on, and you're like...
And who doesn't want a new iPhone 17 Pro Max? Who doesn't just want that?
Yep.
A new Mac Mini, one of those new iMacs. And you know what? The marketing's phenomenal. You'll walk in, guess what you are? Created, hi, welcome to Apple. What can we do for you today?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's where they get. That's where it gets people the most is when they're not expecting to buy something, because like for me, I had my eye on said item and not that particular item, but something of that, category, for, a decent while. And when I saw it, that made the decision easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for a lot of people, it really gets them when they're not expecting it. So say they walk into that store and say, for example, you've got a hobby, you love to play guitar. Okay, I'm just going to use an example out there.
That is a bottomless pit of money right there.
Say you walk in there to get new strings, and they've got a deal running on a new guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't expecting to buy a new guitar today,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like, you know what? That's a really good deal, and it's sitting right there.
It's only going to be here for a few more weeks, and then the deals. I don't want to miss this. And that guitar
Exactly.
salesman, hey man, it's all right.
Here, try it.
Just
Here,
try it. And you know what? It's got fresh strings on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they have? They got it plugged into the right amp, adjusted just perfectly, where when you strum it, it sounds like you've never strummed a guitar in your life, and it's like perfect.
Yep.
Like they spent thousands of times to get that moment right for you. Well, you can't even replicate that at home.
Yep.
But catch you in that moment. I'm just here for strings.
Mm-hmm.
And then a very good-natured salesman who just wants you to play better, man.
Yep. That's all he wants.
Yeah,
That's all he wants.
Exactly. He's trying to help you.
So, that's a perfect segue to my next question here, which is when you are in that situation, and this could be as little as, $50, or this could be $15,000 on a new car. How do you have that conversation of, I really want this item. Yes, it's a good deal. And yes, I'm here right now and I can have it right now. How do you say no in that moment? Because it's really easy for people to just be like, all the stars are lining up. I got to do it. I really want it. I can have it now. I think that's a big thing, is the immediate gratification for a lot of people. That's where they get you on the sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why there's a lot of that, post-purchase regret. Mm-hmm. So how do you stop yourself in the middle of it and say, no, this isn't a good reason or a good choice right now because of said reason? How do you do that?
Definitely is person discipline dependent. So some people, there's no chance that they're saying no.
Okay.
These are the kind of people, they shouldn't go to the store. They shouldn't.
You're banned from the store.
And if you do, you have a list, and you have to keep your head down. I'm going, all right, going here, aisle 4, aisle 7, aisle 8. That is it. If they even look up, they're going to get called over by the box of Skittles that they didn't even know they wanted.
The 5-pound bag.
The 5-pound bag of Skittles. And then as they're looking at that, they look across the way. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I needed a family size bag of chips. And then they look over, and you know what you can see? The electronics section.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's nice and bright, and man, that television's huge. And that 65-inch television, I kid you not, it's on sale, $220. Oh
man,
my
that's
gosh,
a deal,
right? And all of a sudden, you went from, hey, I'm here for 3 things. I need. Now you're calling a buddy to help you because your car's too small.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it depends where you are. If you have no discipline, go with a friend, and only if you trust the friend, do the next part. Hand them your wallet. There's some people that's a bigger mistake. Huger? Yeah. I can't walk past that. Huger. That mistake is more huge-ish.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Take a friend. Don't go alone.
Even but what about if you're going to the grocery store? You're not going to take a friend to the grocery store.
You don't want to go to the grocery? You want me to take you to the grocery store?
Okay.
It's about building community together, man.
It seems like a lot of wasted trips to the store.
Yes, so maybe don't go to the store as often.
But you got to buy stuff. All right. So what do you do for the most average person, which is they have a small amount of self-discipline, but not a lot.
Okay. If there's not a lot of discipline, then you take the steps to prevent you from making the mistake.
Okay.
Which is, in this case, just don't take the credit card to the store. Just leave it at home. Just that simple. Leave it on the table.
Okay.
Because if you're physically again, I'm using Walmart in my head for this example. If I'm physically at Walmart and I cannot pull my card out to pay for something, that's going to be that's a big limiting factor. Because then your credit is, oh man, I wish I had my card, but you don't, and you just saved yourself a world of hurt.
Yep.
So
then you have the time to come back and think about it. If you really want it, you can go back and get the card and come back.
It's almost the same mentality as deciding what to eat for dinner. Let's say you have something it'll taste really good, but you're going to feel like crap after. Maybe a little too much Mexican food. Maybe not. Mexican food is delicious. But if you can take a few minutes, like, I don't like this one. I'll be all right. There's food at home. That the item we've been told our whole life. There's food at home.
Yep. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to buy a Lego set. Okay.
Ooh,
I got like $50 or something for Christmas, and I wanted to buy a Lego set. And looking back, it was a giant waste of that $50 because it was not a good spend of that $50. But at the time, my mom was like, "Look, if you really want the Lego set," she's like, I don't remember. She told me like, wait 2 days or whatever, something. She's like, think about it, or maybe it was a week. Wait a week, and if you still want it in a week, then get it. And I did, waited a week, still wanted it, bought it, put it together in like 2 minutes, and then I was like, wow, that sucks. Because there goes my $50. But
that's a really wise advice from Mom there.
Yeah. Yep. Waiting on the purchase, I think that can be a big one. I think you said earlier, the price point of you don't buy it off the hip, where you have a certain dollar number that you either have to wait a certain amount of time to think about it, you have to talk to a certain person to get some confirmation, or whatever it might be. But having that dollar figure of knowing I can't spend that much money without some sort of forethought.
With a small amount of friction. And for a lot of people, just add a tiniest bit of friction.
Yep.
Because you just got to have the long-term item. So, for instance, it's kind of a goofy thing, but having a Christmas budget, I know roughly what we're going to spend on XYZ person.
Yep.
Anything above that, my wife and I have to have a conversation. But what it also does is, let's say for 5 people, $200 each. So we're playing with $1,000 here. Let's assume then for a moment, if I spend an extra 10 on Jim, well then that's 10 I got to pull from Sally. So now, we like to be somewhat fair.
Yep.
So who gets what? And that's where that pulling the credit card out.
Yeah.
That's just dangerous. Dangerous.
Yep. Nope. Well, and I think this is definitely really relevant for a lot of people right now because of the holidays. You're going to see a lot of the big flashy deals and the sales, and the salesmen or online's another one,
Oh yeah, because there's no one around.
You're
You're watching Netflix. You're scrolling. That perfect pop-up shows there. It's like they knew that you were looking for it.
Yep.
Because they did.
And you know what's terrible?
They're excellent options.
And most of the time now on Amazon, you can have it like the next day.
Next day, or even, bro, I've been seeing some of these arrive by 8 p.m. tonight.
Dude,
that is the best.
And the worst, though. Because I can tell you, for me, a big reason that I wouldn't buy something, if I'm looking for something, and I'm like, hey, I want this thing, whatever, and I see it, and it's like, oh, well, it's going to take a week to get it. And I'm like, psh, never mind. I won't want it in a week.
Exactly.
Which, then I wouldn't buy it, and I'd save myself the money. Sometimes. But now, I can have it the next day. Dude, that's dangerous. Especially, it could be 9 o'clock at night, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll have it to you in the morning.
That's like waking up on Christmas morning knowing there's presents there for you.
Dude,
that Amazon truck showing up, they always be ringing Christmas music the whole time because he's bringing you presents.
And that might not even get you on the big purchases. That little add to order button, where you just click that and bam, $10. Bam, $10. Bam, $20.
Dude,
Oh, it's dangerous.
Dude, those little additional purchases there, whether you're at the gas station and they're right there, front and center at the candy bars, the 8
There's
hour
a reason
energy.
they put them up there.
Or if you ever go to TJ Maxx, it is rows. Literal. They have you walk through 2 or 3 rows.
It's like a
and
labyrinth of really attractive products.
Yeah, and all of them. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I do need another phone case. Maybe I do need a charger. Did you know that I needed all this little popcorn thing? Oh, well, you know what? We're going to that white elephant gift thing. I need to have this.
Yep.
And it's like everything there is relevant.
Yep.
That's not the point. Now, all right. So that's on the prevention side. You know, if you don't have the discipline, don't go.
Yep.
If you don't have the discipline but still want to go, bring a friend.
Have some budget.
Have some ideas beforehand. Know thyself. Now, let's say...
Did you just say thyself?
Absolutely. Do you not speak the king's English?
What? Nobody says that.
Whoa. Know thyself. So, let's say that thyself hath done a problem and hath spent too many coin.
Do this.
All right, so now
I need a translator. It's like listening in cursive.
That is actually really funny. I like that. Do you speak it? Doth
Oh
thou speak in cursive?
That's what it's like. You're like trying to read it and you're like, what does this even say? It's just a bunch of squiggly lines. And nobody's good at it. So it's not like they have good penmanship.
Right. And people who are good at it we call calligraphers.
Yeah.
And they can make some money there.
That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's say you gave in.
Okay.
The damage is done.
All right.
You showed up at the store. The salesman gotcha. You walked past Fossil just to look at a watch. And all of a sudden, Jim over there, Jim's a nice guy. He's like, hey, come look at the watch. Oh, what brings you in? Oh, you're just looking around. Hey, wonderful. Don't worry. I just want you to see what options you have here. Oh, I saw that one caught your eye. Hey, why don't you just try it on? Just try it on. And, you know, they do the turn. It's like, oh, wow. And they have the perfect lighting.
Yep.
Like, wow. And they say the statement that everybody wants to hear, no matter who you are. That looks really great on you. That is that kind of.
It doesn't matter if it's the worst looking watch on the planet.
But on you, it looks great. And you know they may even do that backhand compliment. You know, not everyone can pull this off, but you. And if you're susceptible, I mean, they're not flirting with you. They're
selling.
Yep,
They're selling.
You know what? They may genuinely believe that too. I actually love salesmen. They are phenomenal. They are my friends. I want to be sold to, but I also tell them up front, hey, I'm not in the market here, but I love your pitch. Because that's where I find good, fun stuff. Is great salesmen. Anyway, so let's say you've already done it. You walk home with the watch, and now it's the next day.
Yep.
And you realize, why do I need a 5-pounder bracelet that tells me time in 2025 because I have a phone? Yep. Why do I need this? What do you do the next day?
Ooh. Well, you got a couple options. First, most of the time in today's day and age, you can take it back. That didn't used to be so much of an option before, but nowadays usually you can take it back. Not always. That's one option. But a lot of people don't opt for that option because then you got to go back and then you're going through the awkward, oh, well, what's wrong with it? And you're like, well, nothing. I just didn't have the money.
Oh, nothing. I'm just an impulse purchaser, full of regrets.
Yep. So that's one option. Option two is just keep it and move on in your regret.
And use as a constant reminder.
Yep. Or, I mean, there's a few other options in there, like trying to make yourself believe that it was a good purchase.
just straight denial. Like, of course I love it. And you know what? Everyone else loves it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It really does look good on me.
Yep.
You're wearing it in your PJs.
Yep. Or you have this situation where it is the next day and they know it's an impulse buy and they know they didn't need it, but they still really like it. They're still wanting it. They're still loving it. So, I mean, if it's me, if you made a very large purchase that you overextended yourself on, and you can ethically return the item, and by that I mean it's not a short use item that you're returning for lesser value, even though they would allow you to. Mm-hmm. If you can ethically return the item, then that may be the best option. Mm-hmm. I know it sucks. Nobody wants to do it. You don't want to make the trip back. But if you really overextended yourself, or it truly was an impulse purchase that you shouldn't have made, then return the item. Mm-hmm. If you can't ethically return the item, then keep the item and try to maximize your usability of it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Because you've already spent the money. You can't take it back. That's a sunk ship. It's gone. That money's gone. You can't get it back. You're not going to do yourself any favors by fretting about something that you can't change. Mm-hmm. So if it's a watch, make sure you wear it, use it, enjoy it.
Yeah, get your money's worth out of that beautiful brick of a 5-pound watch.
Yeah, yeah. Or, maybe even if you really you really need to, you can, I'm sure there's third-hand options to sell it at, that could range widely depending on whatever product you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But that would be my suggestion for the day after.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, in today's day and age, if you're going to make an impulse purchase or you're susceptible to impulse purchases, have a budget that you don't exceed without some forethought. Mm-hmm. Know your tendencies. If you're really bad about it, then be cautious on those and set up some safeguards. And then if you do make the impulse purchase, be wise with what you do with it afterwards. I think that's, especially in today's holiday season, it's an important topic to keep in mind.
That's solid advice, man.
Yep.
Solid.
Until next time.